Good morning, welcome to Move More Reimagined with iCare, iMove. Happy Monday to you all. Hope you've had a good weekend, and as usual, if you're feeling okay, great, and join in with everything that you can. And if you're not feeling up to it today, or you've got some injuries or you know some problems going on, take it a little bit easier, but join in where you can and use some of the adaptations that we give you. So we're going to start in standing as usual. So for those of you that are able to stand, we're going to stand up. Lovely. So come round the backs of your chairs or to some support that you have, and we're going to start with a march as usual. So relax your shoulders, think about your posture. So peeling those heels up from the floor, and nothing too fast to start with, so just gently warming up your bodies, ready to go and make some bigger movements. So as usual, we've got my Zoom class on the screen, so if I'm looking away, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking at them, making sure they're joining in and that they're all safe and happy. Lovely. So a gentle march, bringing in those arms, making it a little bit bigger. So it does bigger doesn't mean faster, but you can do, if you're happy to, you can go a little bit faster than me. If you're sitting, then the same principles apply. So your feet might need to be a little bit wider when you're sitting down, but still swinging those arms. Okay, we're going to keep those feet still, and we're going to really swing those arms bigger. So a bigger movement through the shoulders, and trying to keep those elbows nice and soft and bent, swinging through the whole of the shoulder joint, okay? So what does that look like? Your hands are kind of brushing your hips as you come down, up and down. Lovely. And then we're going to add in the opposite arm again, arm to leg. That's it. Relax your shoulders for me. So try not to be kind of stiff. Let it go. This is your time to warm up in a gentle way. Good morning, Eric. I didn't see you there. Fabulous. Excellent. Okay, we're going to take our feet wide. We're going to shrug those shoulders up to our ears and gently drop them down. So feet are wide. Soften through the knees. And that's it. And pull those muscles in the core in your belly in to support you. So gently down. So squeeze up, lower down, and let those hands go. Let them be heavy as you drop them down. That's it, and lower down. Keep breathing. So try not to drop them with a quick drop. Lower them and control them. Lovely, much better. Fabulous. Down, and then back to your march. Getting your whole body warm here. So into your circulation boost. So it's really good to do this in the morning, even before you've kind of got going. You can do this on the side of your bed or in your bedroom, to set you up for the day. Fabulous. Okay, feet nice and wide again. We're going to roll those shoulders, so lifting up towards the front to your ears, sending those shoulder blades all the way back and down. And I'll show you from the side. Squeezing back, shoulder blades down at the back, and the hands settle towards the backs of the thighs. And that's where your shoulders should be, back and down. Excellent. Take your time here. So a big shoulder. So think about that whole movement of the shoulder. That's it. And we're going to come into some presses later. So we need to get these shoulders warm. And imagine that, you know, when it's winter and your butter's on the side and you can't spread it. And then we get to summer and it's all kind of melted. That's what we want your shoulders to feel like. All that liquid, all that fluid inside your joints is nice and buttery. And back to your march. That's it. Good. So in seated, same as usual, adding in the legs if you want to, and the arms, or just having a break of the legs and just swinging the arms if you need to. Okay, feet wide again, hips to the side and forwards. So in a semicircle to the side, and then we go in the opposite direction. So pointing your hips towards me and changing sides. In seated, it's that big circle, so wide feet That big circle around one way and then the other way. Getting some movement through the hips and the lower back. Keep going in standing. Soften those knees though, because if you've got stiff knees, you're not going to move your hips very far at all. So feel that difference. Lovely. Keep going. Keep going. A bit more, a few more, and then back to your march. Lovely. So happy Monday to you. It's nearly Easter. A big weekend off, a long weekend off, so make the most of the weather, but keep moving. Right, feet nice and wide, little side lean, so sliding the hand down, don't hold it there, come up to the centre and reset, so pulling those muscles in the belly in again, sliding down, coming up to centre, so it's a smooth movement again. Slide, that's it, good, you've got it in seated, so feet nice and wide, and just dropping one hand to the floor by the side of you and directly lean into the side. Good, good. That's it. So just stretching up through the waist, the ribs, the sides of the ribs. Love this movement. And this is the one that's going to help you pick things up off the floor by the side of you. And back to your march. Lovely. Then we're going to add in that little rotation. So knees nice and soft. Holding onto your chair if you need to. Have that in front of you or some support. And we just lean into the rotating to the side. Coming to the front and rotating again. So we're getting some movement through the torso. We've got some big moves coming in later. So really important to get your whole bodies warmed up. Side to side, and we're coming into lunges. So next up is those lovely ankle movements, but first we come to a march. So back to your march. Remember that foot placement, peeling those feet up off the floor. Excellent. Okay, now we're going back down to the feet. So we remember this one, you're pretty good at this one. So toe and then heel, toe and heel, and in seated it's the same, you're working with one foot. So if you you can either in seated, I don't know if you can show feet, toe, heel, lovely, toe, heel, or you can stretch out your leg and just flex, point, flex and point. It's the same principle, but really squeezing up and really pointing down, stretching through the front and the back of the foot into the ankle, and then changing those legs in seated and standing. In standing, we're literally picking the knee up and pointing, trying to get the heel and the toe in the same place, just so we get that large movement, that large stretch through the ankle. Fabulous. And back to your march. So that's your circulation boost done. So you should feel nice and mobile, warm and ready to go. So into endurance. So can we have a little bit of music, Owen, please? My favourite one. Little side step. That little tinky, tinky, tinky one. That's the one. Step into the side together. So thinking about your posture, we're not stepping over at the moment. We just step in side to side. So we're raising your heart rate. So we're raising it to start to get your heart working a bit more. That's it. So relax your shoulders. You don't have to stay in time with me. Just step in side to side. In seated, you can tap out. You can just tap one leg and then the other leg. Or you can tap together, but depending on what kind of chair you're on, you might get some friction. Lovely. Fabulous. Keep going. So we know that you're getting stronger now. You're at the end of the course. We're at the end of the course, ready to start the next one. So most of you are you're all graduates. So we're going to keep going. Oh, we need to give you certificates, don't we? So step together and have a little party. Yay. Step together. Okay, we're going to hold it here and we're just going to tap with one leg and in, and tap and in, tap and in, tap, and swap sides. So tap and in, so just one leg, tap and in, tap, and march it out. So big march, lifting those knees a little bit higher now. That's it. If you need to sit back a little bit in seated, just hip walk to the front of your chair and sit back. Rest your shoulders on the back of your chair, because we're going to start to lift those knees a little bit higher again. So you might need to slow that movement down. So lifting from the hip, keeping your chest open and upright. So I'm not kind of allowing my body to sink forwards. If you need to rest and reset, if you're tired, then set again, reset. So can you swing those arms as well? If not, hold on, use the support of your chair or your wall, and you can always just use one hand. Lovely. Good, you look amazing. Okay, and just to a gentle heel march now. So that's a big movement, okay? So get your breath back if you need to. We're going to start with a lunge. So we're going to step forwards and push back. Swap sides. In seated, it's exactly the same. We step forwards and we lean forwards with it. So we're taking all the weight onto your leg and we're pushing off. Now, when I push back, remember to come to a wide base of support. So you come back into a steady position, okay? Keep going. That's it. Keep going. So using the strength in your legs to push yourself back and reset into a balanced position at the start here. And go again. Lovely. Excellent. Good. Okay, hold it there, but into a march. So we're going to come into a little bit of fartlek. So keep marching, just heel pumping, and we're going to come into squats for our fartlek today. And we're going to be 30 seconds on. Squats or knee bends, whatever you like to call them. In seated, it's your bunny hop. Or if you can manage a sit to stand, even better. But we are going to come into that later. So in seated, it's here. But you don't need to go at a speed. Okay, everybody else holding on or having the support of something, and it's that knee bend, okay? And we're going to go for, 25 seconds, I think. So keep marching. We're going to go 4 rounds today because you're so good at this. Hang on, Rob, we're not started yet. I don't want you worn out before we get going. Right, so position yourselves where you want to be. I'm going to face my chair, face the back of my chair. Okay, so take your feet nice and wide. And I want you to really focus on just bending the knees forward, sticking your bottom back. So you're going down. Okay, you're going down. Hold on. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and go. So bend those knees, stick your bottom out, push. Lovely. So it's a little rest at the top, push. That's it. Good. Keep going. Little sit to stand or a bunny hop in seated. Whatever you can manage. You got 3 seconds. 2, 1, and hold it there. Just a gentle lift of the heels. So think about how you feel. Can you go again? We've got 3 more rounds. Can you go again, do you think? At the same tempo, the same speed? Yep. If not, if you need to make it a bit shallower, do what you can. If you just need to pump your heels, that's fine. Okay, we're going to go to round 2. And remember, we always talk about 0 to 10. 0 is you've just got out of bed. 10 is you've run a marathon. Think about where you are on that scale. We need you to be about a 6. Okay, ready to go again. In, I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1, and go. So, little squat, knee bend, push. Lovely. So keeping your chest lifted, eye gazes forwards. Do what you can. You might just want to do that bunny hop, but I want to see you going down and up, or just a little way. Squeeze the thighs, squeeze the bottom, push through those feet. 3, 2, 1, and lift those heels for me. Just a gentle. You might be slightly more out of breath now. Think about your levels. Where are you? 0 to 10. Are you a 6? Are you a 2? Are you a 10? If you're a 10, bring it down. If you're a 2, you can keep going. Lovely. But this is up to you, okay? You think about how you are, how you feel. We've got 2 more rounds. So building up your endurance, your strength, your capacity to like walk up hills and things and keep going. 2 left. So going for round 3. In, set yourselves up. Let's have a look at you. So 3, 2, 1, and go. So squeeze, push through those feet. How are you doing? Are you managing? That's it. Little push through those heels. Fabulous. So I need to see that dip down or that little bunny hop. Good. Lovely, Rob. Excellent. So 3, 2, 1. Pump your heels. Give me a thumbs up if you're okay. Because normally we'd go, how are you feeling? And you go, oh, yeah, I'm fine. Like that. Or you go, yeah, I'm fine. And then we know how you're feeling really. It's called the talk test. So take a deep breath in. You've got 1 more round. If you can manage the last round, go ahead. If you need to rest, sit down. You can come to the bunny hop if you need to. Last one, okay? Fabulous. So 3, 2, 1, and go. So last round, people. So that's it. Push right the way through the feet. Push up. Try not to stay down there too long. So stick the bottom out. That's it. Squeeze through the bottom and thighs to push you up. Good. Lovely. Nearly done. You got 3, 2, 1, and hold it there. Lift your heels. How do you feel? Are we okay? Are you puffed out? Yeah. Lovely. Not lovely that you puffed out, but good. You did a grand job there. So just lifting the heels. Okay, we're going to step together. So really important to bring that heart rate down nice and steadily. In seated, you can just tap out or lift your feet or heel march. Who have we got sitting? So lovely. So bringing your heart rates down means you can breathe easier. Take a deep breath if you need to. Keep moving. Keep moving. Lovely. Okay, let's march. Great. Can you breathe easier now? Yeah? Good. Lovely. Okay, we're going to hold the chair or by your support, we're just going to step back, step together, step back, together. So we're still moving, but it's not strenuous, still giving you time to get your breath back, get your heart rate back to normal before we go into balance. That's it. We'll have a little jig in your chair. Excellent. And back to a heel pump. Good. Now we're going into balance. So you can have a rest, have a drink of water if you need one. Is everybody okay? Let's have a look at you. Rob, good. Lovely. Who can I see? Who can't I see? Colette. I can't see Colette, but okay. So going into balance. So we don't need to pump our heels. We're going to step and just hold your weight on one side. And I did this momentarily. I did this briefly. We're just going to step on one side and hold your weight through one leg. And we're just going to take a tap forwards, tap back, tap forwards, tap back. In seated, it's exactly the same. So you're in a wide stand, a wide leg. Your feet are wide. That's what I mean. And you're tapping forwards and coming back to neutral. So we're on one leg basically. And we're just stepping, we're staying wide, but we're stepping forwards, thank you, and back. Step wide and back. Lovely. So the only thing moving is this one leg really. So a little bit of balance through one leg, but transferring the weight into different positions. If you're sitting, try to lean into that movement, and we're going to change sides. So weight through this other leg, step forwards, step to the side or back. So you've got an option, you can step to the side or back a little bit. Depends how steady you feel. So you're upright, your core muscles are holding you, your shoulders are relaxed, and we're just transferring weight. So this is a bit like when you're adding, you know, when we're going into that clock face, it's similar, but we're just repeating that move. So your brain gets used to it and you become more confident. Lovely. Excellent. And hold it there. Okay, so we're going to come into, we're going to work through a little pick up. So I'm going to have my ball here. No, I won't. I'll have my flask. So I'll show you what it looks like first. So we might need a foot shot. So I'm going to, thank you, step forwards, and I'm going to try and aim to pick up my drinks flask. But you don't have to pick it up if it's, you know, so I'm looking at something that's on the floor, I'm picking it up. So the movement, I'll show you from the other side. The movement is, I'm going to step forwards in front of that object. So I'm going to dip down, pick it up, pick it down, put it down, and step back. So step forward, so it's a dip down, okay? I'm going down and I'm reaching, but I'm not bending all the way to the floor. I don't want you to reach right down to the floor. Lovely, Shirley. So it's a step, reach. In seated, what does that look like? So in seated, it's the same. So feet are wide, step forwards, and I dip down. I just reach down, and you can see that my eye gaze is forwards or slightly like to 45 degrees. And I step back, step forwards, put it down. That's it. So it's a step and it's a dip down. Okay, we're not reaching forwards, we're just reaching down. So I'm reaching just behind my foot at the front. Okay, so it's down, down. Lovely. And step back in. Okay, let's change and do the other side. Now you might find a big difference one side to the other. So it's a step. Make sure you step safely to start with, and then a reach. And if you can't reach as low that side, it doesn't matter. And make sure you come back. So not too low. So if it's too far down, it doesn't matter. You don't have to pick it up. Just imagine you've got something there. But working through, so this is a lunge really, and a dip. So reach down and step back. Forwards, step down and back. Good. Lovely. Keep it going in your own time. Excellent. And have a rest. Have a rest. Have a drink if you want. Okay, so coming into reach the other way. So we need a full shot. Now, we've been practicing this for a long time. So we're going to reach up. So it means that you come onto your tiptoes and we reach up and forwards. From the side, it looks like this. I'm reaching up and forwards. Whoop. Don't do what I did. Up and forwards. I'm not reaching right the way up. Okay, we don't often have to reach above us. So up and forwards. Onto your tiptoes if you can. Same in seated. Take your feet forwards a little bit in seated. Reach and come back down. So you're on the balls of your feet. Remember, how do we keep our feet nice and steady, our ankles stable? We put the weight through the big toe, second toe. Reach and come down. If you've got a dodgy shoulder and you can't reach up, just reach forwards. If you want to, if you're happy to and steady, you can reach both hands. That's it. Lovely, Eric. Lovely. Oh, you look amazing. Reach. We need to get some photos. Reach up. Remember that weight through your big toe, second toe. Reach. Good. Last time. Right, slightly different, but the same, really. But it's not. So, I've got something in front of me. I'm going to reach, but I'm going to reach across. So I'm going to take my right hand to the left side and come back down. So don't overreach. Start small and then get bigger. So reach. So start without coming onto your tiptoes first. See how that feels. And reach across. Reach across. That's it. Reach across. That's it. We can't really do both, can we, on this one? That's it. So you're reaching, reaching, still reaching. That's it. Lovely. You all right there, Jim? Fabulous. That's it. Good. And then hold it there. One more in balance. Now you're used to doing this sideways, but I'm going to get you to do it forwards. So you're used to, so just watch to start with. You're used to stepping over, but this time we're going to step over something in front and we're going to step back over it. Seated, it's the same. So you might need to just not make that movement so high. So it's a step and step back and over. So you might need to have something there to support you, and it might need to be a small movement. So it's like you're stepping over something that's in front of you. So a step and a back, step, pull back. Now, if you find that okay, you might want to step over with both legs, but not at the same time, okay? So one leg, lift that other leg, you've still got to step over it. Then take that second leg back, first leg back. Okay, so lift and over, other foot lifts and comes over. Lift and lift. Lift one foot, or you can stay with just a single leg, stepping over and coming back. Step and back and back. Then we're going to swap. So the same movement, but we're going to swap the leading leg. So I've been starting off on this leg. So we're going to start on the other leg. And it might be that you just start with that one leg over and lift it over and back. So if your chair's moving, I want you to push down on it. So push down rather than grab it. Okay, if I'm holding it, it's going to move. Push down. So it's there to support you. Lovely. And then if you want to add that step over, take a step back and a step back. But that second leg needs to lift as high as the first one. That's it. Now I can't see all your legs, but so I'm not sure, but I think you're doing it. If you're sitting and your legs are tired, have a little rest. Lovely. And then we're going to step nice and wide, because that's a lot on legs, and we're just going to sway. Now a lovely sway. So add in the hands. Lovely. That's it. Just getting back to normal. Facing the front. Eye gaze is neutral. One hand only. Little push up. Little press. Little press. And then no hands. Just to sway. Dangle your arms and then just wrap those hands around your sides. Little wrap, we call it. Not as in Skepta. And who's my favourite? Can't remember. Lovely. Fab. And then we're going to sit down for a little bit of strength work. So grab a drink if you need to. Stormzy, that's who I love. Not that kind of rap. Well, he doesn't rap. He's grime. Anyway. Right. So hopefully you're not feeling as tired as you were in endurance, because we're going to do lots of strength work. What does that look like? One of my favourites, it's got to be the hip walk. So we're going to hip walk. And that looks like, when I see you on camera, I should see your whole body, your shoulders moving side to side, and you're coming forwards in the chair. Here, sideways, it looks like this. So started at the back of the chair, and I've got a big gap. And then I come lift and shift your bottom to the back of the chair. So you've got no room to move any further back. And then we go again. So feet are wide. And that means that you can start to push down through those feet to lift your hips off the chair. And then we start to lift that whole leg off. So working the whole of the core, right into the legs, down into the feet. Good. And then we're going to come to the front third of your chair and we're going to hold it there. Now, we're going to come to another of my favourites, sit to stand. And we've measured you. We know that you can do this and we know how many times you can do it in 30 seconds, but we're just going to take our time with this and make sure we do it properly. So, from the side, okay, I'm going to take my feet back behind my knees. And you can see my feet are in line with my knees. I'm going to lean forwards, I'm going to push up through my heels and my feet, get to the top, and I'm going to pump my heels. If you're seated and you don't want to stand, just do your best and do your bunny hop. We're going to step back. Feel the chair behind your knees, stick your bottom out towards the back, slowly get down, and you should end up in the back of the chair. Hip walk forwards again. So a big movement, okay? And we're going to keep going with this because we're going to add on. So feet back, make sure your feet are back. If you need to take your hands forwards, you can. It might just help you to be able to stand up. That's it, Eric. Go on, give it a try. That's it, lovely, brilliant. Step back, feel the chair behind both your knees. Send the bottom backwards, don't forget that. And hip walk forwards. Try not to get into old habits where you don't feel that chair behind your knees. Every time we step back, feel it with both knees, sit back, right to the back of the chair. And then I want you to hip walk to the front third and hold it there. because we're going to add in, okay? You've been doing this a long time, but I want to go through it with you. So just watch to start with. We hip walk to the chair, we push up, pump, step away, turn around, see the chair, step towards the chair, hold, wiggle that back foot back, and then we bend that knee down. If you want to drop it, you can. You don't have to. From there, we either take little steps in or a big step in, slowly come up, pump your heels at the top, that's the law. We're going to turn around, we're going to feel the chair, and we're going to sit down and you can have a rest. We're going to be doing this for a little while, so let's go. So, hip walk. In seated, just come into your sit to stand and march at the top. Big push up, march those feet. We're going to take a step away. Now I'm going to alternate my feet and turn in the other direction. So that leg that leads, you step towards the chair. So your feet are hip width apart, okay? Take hold of the chair, drop that knee down just a little bit, or if you're happy, right down to the floor and up. Now I'm going to need to look at you. So turn around, feel that chair behind you, and sit down, have a rest, and go again. So hip walk to the front third. Honestly, this is not a rush. There's no rush. Hip walk, feet back. Then we push up, then we pump our heels. Lovely, Cliff. Take a step or a couple of steps away. Turn around to face your chair. Take a big step towards your chair, nice wide step, so you're out to the leg. That's it. Hold on to the chair, grip the side of the chair, and then lower that back knee, so it's the back knee we're thinking, down towards the floor, and bring it, brilliant. Oh, fabulous, Cliff. You're on the floor. Lovely. Push back up, bring that leg back in, turn around, pump your feet, don't forget to pump. Lovely. Feel the chair behind you and sit. Good. If you're seated, you've probably done quite a lot of sit to stands already. Let's do one more hip walk. So hip walk to the front, push up to stand, pump your heels at the top, take a step away. You all right, Jim? Take a step away, turn around. You okay? Lunge to that chair, hold on to it, it's your support, bend that back knee, push up, feet in, stand up and pump your heels at the top, turn around, feel that chair behind you, take a walk back and sit down. Lovely. Fabulous. Are we okay? How do we feel? Amazing. Right, we're going to take our bands. And this morning we forgot to put our pants on. Okay, so you're going to use your band and you're going to put your pants on. One leg. So you can either just put it under your foot or you can take it right under. I've got trainers on, so it's quite hard because it sticks. So I'm going to cheat. So we're lifting and dropping. So what does my leg look like? So my leg looks like I'm taking it to the side, okay? I'm not lifting it in front of me. I'm taking it to the side and I'm trying to get my pants on. And now it's quite a hard movement, this one, because you've got to lift that leg, bring the knee up and out, and you're trying to lean forwards and swap sides. And I'll show you why we do this. Now, those of you that have done backward chaining, getting onto the floor, know why we do this. So it's practice, it takes practice. If you don't want to use the band, actually the other thing is put your band underneath your leg. I forgot that. And just use the band to lift that knee up to the side and down. That might be easier for you. But the movement is that knee comes out to the side. And I'll show you if we keep the camera down there. So why do we practice this? If we're on the floor, we need you to get to the chair to be able to get up. From there, we need to bring the leg around, okay? So we don't try and bring the leg up through, that's really hard. So we're trying to scoop that leg around. Okay, so that's why we practice that movement. So keep going, swap legs if you haven't already. And I know Helen used to, when we were live, she would get you to do that with the chair. You could hold on to here and just kind of, here, ooh. Do as I say, not as I do, please. Okay, so it's that movement. So really important to get these hips moving and mobile and get used to lifting that leg up to the side. It's kind of a nice movement when you get used to it, especially if you've got the band to help you. Okay, and hold it there. Ooh, lovely. So let's go to more legs. You've done quite a lot of legs today. Should we do arms instead? Let's do arms instead. Oh, I know which one. My lovely little wrist one. So you're going to make it into a little bit of a bunched up band. I folded it. So you've got a little tiny, and you're going to hold one hand underneath, one hand on the top, and it's like you're going to wring out a dishcloth, and you're going to bring that into your hand, into your chest, and then you're going to take it away, send the hands towards me, and you might want to just adjust your hands so that when you bring it in, you're squeezing like you've got a dishcloth or a tea towel. Push it away and bring it in. Push it away and squeeze with your fingers. Squeeze that band with your fingers. Okay, working through that grip strength. We lose that strength as we get older with arthritic changes and all sorts of stuff going on with your bones and ligaments. So pushing away, really bring it in. Push away, bring it in, and then we're going to put the top hand on the bottom hand on the top, and then add a bit of a squeeze on. Push it away, bring it back to chest. So this is developing your wrist strength. And you can see that as you push it to me, you're kind of pushing your wrists out towards each wall, so the opposite direction, yeah? So push, squeeze. Now this time I want you to hold it, actually we'll do it in, so bring it in and try and pull that band apart. You won't be able to, but give it a try. Pull, let go, pull, let go. Jim, are you okay there? Yeah, good. Pull, let go, pull, let go. Lovely, good. And then try and like untangle it. Okay, let's pop it under our thighs, just above your knees, and then pop it over one side, let it dangle, pop it over the other side, let it dangle. I can't see there. And then walk the feet out and open. Jim, have you got a band or are you just having a little snooze? It's okay if you're having a rest. So open out the knees, slowly bring them in. So you haven't got hold of the ends. You're holding the center of the bands. My ends are here. Okay? So you've got tension through the band. Open and close. Open, sitting upright. Relaxing your shoulders, back and down. Really good time to practice your posture. Do that lovely posture check. If you had enough and you're tired, feel free to rest and then come back in. So just taking those knees wide and relaxing. But take your time going back in. Control that movement going back in. Okay? It's not just work going out, it's work going back in. So we're going to hold it out this time and pulse. Send the knees out and in, tiny little movements, working the thighs, all those muscles around the thighs, the bottom. Lovely, and rest. Keep it there, keep the band there. Now we're going to go again, out, just for fun, and out, and in, and out. It's good for you, you know, and in. It's really good for thigh strength. And out, and this is what makes you able to step sideways. Lift those legs outwards, getting in and out your car, walking like a crab. Whatever you do behind closed doors, I don't know. Do you walk like a crab? I don't. Sometimes I have to sidestep in the kitchen when all my boys are in the kitchen. When dinner's going out, they decide to all congregate in the kitchen and you have to sidestep them. So hold it out, pulse. Tiny little presses. Tiny little presses. Oh, can you feel it? Sit upright, I can feel it. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Well done. Oh, how are your legs today? Throw your band at me. Doesn't work, does it, online? Not quite the same as in class. Okay, I'm going to stand. We're going to do Tai Chi. So grab a chair or a little wall, something, or sit. Feel free to be wherever you want to be. So I'm going to take my feet wide and I'm going to wrap. The Tai Chi wrap, not Stormzy, even though he doesn't wrap. Okay, side to side, just wrap. Let those hands hang heavy. Lift the heel as you come to the side. Lovely, Rob. Fabulous. Okay, we're going to make that circle. So bend the knees, circle. Send the hands down. Make a fist. Pull in. Push away. Circle. Nothing too big, all strenuous. And pull in. Push away. Can we get a photo? So open. Draw down. Pull in. Push away. Okay, we're going to open. Hold it there. Lovely. Hold. Draw down. Pull in. Push. And hold. Okay. Float. I'm nicking Helen's thing again. Float. Float. And float. Lovely. So gently. No rush. Okay, we're going to lift both arms up high to the diagonal. Breathe. Send the hands back, bend the knees, hinge from the hips. Push those fingers away, right the way back, and come up, and one hand again. Lovely, keep breathing. Okay, we're going to send both hands up, reach, push to the diagonal, push, push, breathe, send those hands back and down, push away, hinge from the hips, so from the side, it looks like this, push those hands away, squeeze the shoulder blades, keep breathing. From here, we're going to round the spine, send the hands forwards, send the hands back, squeeze, round the spine, send the hands up, send the hands back. Squeeze and come up to standing. Lovely. Wrap those hands. Okay, we're going to go for 2 wraps. 1, 2, make a circle to the side. 1, 2, make a circle and side. 1, 2, circle, or slow it down. 1, 2, circle and side. So wrap. 1, 2, circle and side. Lovely. 1, 2, circle, and then drop your arms, roll out your shoulders, and then make your way even to seated position. And make yourselves not comfy yet because we've got to stretch you out. So let's come into a stretch. So we've just stretched out the chest. We'll stretch out the upper back again, the shoulder blades. So interlink your fingers. And I want you to push them away and out. Push those elbows out and away and drop the chin round through the spine. Breathe and come up. Sit upright. Feel that stretch and go again. So interlink, feet nice and wide. Drop the chin, chin to chest. It's as if you've got hold of a big beach ball and it's being blown up. And then relax. Take 1 foot away and hands on the other thigh. Lean forwards from those hips again. Make sure your toes pointing up to the ceiling and just feel that lovely stretch down the back of the leg, the back of the knee. Breathe. And then hold it there. Just sit up and squeeze those toes up towards the kneecap. So a big squeeze for a calf stretch. Lovely. And then we're going to swap sides. So change legs, send the other toes up to the ceiling, hands go on the other thigh and lean forwards from the hips. So try not to round your spine. Nice open chest. Lovely stretch along the back of the leg. And then come up. Squeeze those toes towards the knee. And breathe. Lovely. We're going to take 1 hand to the shoulder. Wiggle jiggle that hand up. The elbow up even. Sit upright. That's it. Feet are nice and wide here. If you can't, you can stay there, or if you can, take that hand up and over, across, over your head. Whichever way that is. And then come forwards and out of that stretch. And then the other hand to the same shoulder. Lift. Lift that elbow. Give it a nudge if you need to. Sitting upright. Lovely. Reaching up and over your head. Fabulous. And come out. Lovely. And then settle in your chair. Sit back wherever you want to be. You can be on a sofa, you can lie on your bed. I don't mind. Oh, just rest. Don't worry about your posture. And let it all go. Close your eyes. Just a brief relaxation, some mind divator to get you set for the week. So relaxing the shoulders, taking a long breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Can we just turn it down a little bit, Owen, please? Long breath in and out through the mouth. And just being aware of that breath. How deep does it go? Does it go deep into the belly? Or is it still at the chest? And focus that breath down to the belly. What does that mean? What does it look like? How does it feel? So when you breathe in, allow the belly to expand. So the belly grows. And when you breathe out, the belly falls. And just breathe in this way. It's really relaxing, it's calming, it's healing. It allows your body to recover from all the work that you've just done in the last hour. And if you just take a couple of minutes, a couple of moments in your day to focus on your breath, it's really good to de-stress. Feel your feet relaxing in your shoes. Feel the calves relaxing in the kneecaps, the thighs and the bottom. Just relaxing, letting go. The belly, the chest and the shoulder blades. Relax the fingers, all the muscles in the face. Relax the jaw, the teeth, cheekbones and eyelids. Relax across the brow. Just breathe. Focusing back on the breath. Feel that regularity of the breath. And then bringing some gentle movement to your fingers, into your toes, maybe moving your shoulders, maybe taking a look from one side to the other. Just gently. Chin to chest and forwards. Have a stretch. Put your hands together and give yourself a little round of applause, lovely people, because you're done. Now, we're not here on Friday, it's Good Friday. We're not here on Monday because it's Easter Monday. So make sure you join us online. You've got the videos on our website, www.iCareIMove.com. Look in playlists, it's in your Move More section. There's all the videos that we've done. So do that for your homework, do it on a Friday, do it on a Monday, so join us. We will know if you've done it or not. And we will be watching.
It's on the website, iCareIMove.com, it says resources.
Oh.
And then the drop down will say Move More. So it's
okay.
in
resources now. Okay, there you go. So so please carry on doing your sessions. Oh, I'll say goodbye to everybody on Zoom. So thank you for joining us on